Hello and welcome back to the allotment. After a week of glorious weather, sunshine, yesterday we had some showers, lasted most of the day, really fine, but it's soaked into the ground, great, and the plants are loving it. Still plenty of things to do on the plot. The first thing I want to do is start filling the space near to where the runner bean frame is. I'm going to start off by putting a few courgettes in. I'm just about to plant out these courgettes now. These was kindly donated to me by another plot holder. This one's got Black Beauty on, the other one's got zucchini. Last year I went a bit over the top with the courgettes, so I planted about 6 or something, and in the end we was overwhelmed with them. You could see people's face in despair as you approached them with courgettes. So I'm not going to make that mistake this year. These should be more than enough to see us through the season. This remaining bed here, I'm going to put the courgettes at the back, and the front part I'm just going to use for dotting salad crops in and out. I've put a wooden board here, I don't know if you can see it, and that'll be used to get access to the beans. I'm not really bothered then if the courgettes tangle in between the beans, because it'll help give them each other a bit of support. So I've prepared the hole, put a bit of fish blood and bone in, plonk it in, and away it goes. Another job that's top of the list is to sort this greenhouse out now. Still got some potatoes in containers, that's my first early, and the other ones are the Christmas ones. I'll be moving all of those out onto the allotment. I've got a little pallet that I've cleared ready to pop them onto, and I can sort the rest of the plants out, what I'm going to be doing with them. Then ultimately I'll be getting the tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, etc. planted. Of course, that little mini greenhouse that'll be coming out as well. I'm about to start planting out the spring onions now. These are called ramrod. It's 24 and there's 8 in a row. I marked the bed out using my little grid that I use for my carrots. Looking a bit pale at the moment because obviously they've been here too long and lack of food. But I'll give them a good feed when I've watered them in, and no doubt they'll green up. I'll just bring you up to speed with the salad bed that I'm planting out. There's the 2 courgettes, there's a bunch there of spring onions, a ramrod, and some lettuce. There's a mixture of little gem, Lola Rosso, and the oak leaf Navara and oak leaf Smile. And just farther past there is 2 rows of radish, and then the French breakfast 3. Can you believe it? We're almost finished planting out. I've still got the leeks to do, and also when the Swedes eventually pop their heads up, I'll be putting those out. And all that's left then will be these guys here. It's a selection of tomatoes, cucumbers and peppers, and most of them are destined for the greenhouse over on the allotment. For the tomatoes, I'll be using 2 different auto watering systems, one by Autopot Global and the other is a quad grow system by Greenhouse Sensation. Another job that I've managed to get in on time is to cage the potatoes in. These second early Charlottes, I'm just about on the boundaries of the bed now. Give them another day or two and they'd have been spilling over. In previous years I've been late putting this up and consequently have to force the foliage back in, and sometimes it breaks it, so managed to get it in on time. I've gone all the way around and caged the sarpos in as well. These I'm just poking their heads up. We'll give it another couple of weeks and they'll be up here spreading their muscles, and them quite rampant these are, so got this in on time. Anyway, crack on, back to the greenhouse. I put the potatoes in the containers from the greenhouse outside and they're gone a bit droopy. What I'll do, I'll share a few gallons of water between them. You may remember when we planted the brassicas out, we had a missing sprout. I can happily say that one has been popped in the hole now and is kindly donated by one of the other plot holders. So we've got a full bed of sprouts. I'll come over this morning, folks, and had a bit of a shock. Something's been doing a tap dance or something in the carrot bed. Some of the long carrots have been pulled out, so really I should have netted it before, but like everything else, it's better late than never. So I've got these fiberglass herbs over. I'm just going to pop some fleece over, or if I can find any Enviromesh, and hopefully that'll do the job for what's left. So this is the setup with the cover on. I really should have done this weeks ago, but like everything else, you do it when you have to, and fortunately for me it's a bit too late on the one, but never mind. The allotment greenhouse now has been cleared out and I've tidied the beds up, given them a rake over. The soil was quite dry, so I've given it a good spraying with the hose pipe. Let that dampen down so that it goes down quite a depth into the soil, and then we'll be setting the two extreme sides up, the one and this one here, for the auto watering systems that I'm going to be using this season for the tomatoes. I'm just doing a potting mix now. This is going to be for the tomatoes and cucumbers in the allotment greenhouse. It's a mixture of multi-purpose compost and perlite. Around about 60% compost, 40% perlite. I'll be potting them up and then we'll go into the greenhouse. I'm just potting the tomatoes up now for the auto watering system. Well, at least one of them. This tomato here is Crimson Crush. You probably know this is my favourite. I'll be using another variety in there as well in the systems, and that one's called Sweet Million, which is a little cherry tomato I also like. So I'm just popping this in here now. I'll give it a good firming down and I'll take the pot out, and hopefully it'll leave somewhere near the shape of the hole we want. Gently pull it out. Compost a bit damp, but don't matter. As you can see, decent root ball on there. Just going to pop that in now, press him down and just top it up. As you can see, it's been quite a productive day. I've managed to get this system in. It's a 4-pot system from Autopot Global, and everything seems to be running hunky-dory. Water's flowing nicely, the plants are all in. I have done a full review of this from the build right the way up to putting them in the greenhouse, and there'll be a little card popping out in this corner somewhere up here if you want to have a click and a closer look. Still lots to do. Next job I'll probably want to do is have a look at somewhere to plant the leeks out, and then no lot left then. Got another system to put in here, but we'll be looking at that a bit more detail later on. So that's about it for this one. Many thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. All the best. Bye for now.